Social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective.
You know, I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, we don't get it. I'm starting to think that maybe I'm wondering. Hear me out here. Hear me out before you jump on me. Is it possible that Tiffany Henyard is running a successful campaign? And I'll explain why I'm saying this. Because it seems like everything that most of us have said she should have done, she's not doing. Like, example, drop receipts, give evidence, all that kind of stuff like that. Don't do rap videos that insult people, that kind of stuff like that. She doesn't believe that she should do those things. She believes that she should do them. And I'm just wondering, maybe, just maybe, she actually is going to be successful. That sounds crazy. I don't know. Maybe we think, oh, well, hey, we think that Team House is going to sweep it. But what if Tiffany's going to win? Maybe she's running a successful campaign and we're the ones that are going to be sitting out there like, whoa, how did that happen? Let me get this crow. Let me eat this crow. I'm totally at a loss. So anyway, another video dropped. And I can't see why this video would drop literally the Friday before the election, and early voting has been going on for 2 weeks, and she decides to drop this video. So clearly, just maybe, she already maybe she already has, maybe she's got the clue, maybe she's got the secret sauce, maybe she's got the mots, and the other people are missing it. That's the only thing I can conclude. We're going to watch this together. I have some reasons why this is still a horrible idea, what she's doing. But maybe she understands it better than we do. Maybe I have no idea how she got here. But thank you so much for jumping in. I know that there was no thumbnail, there was no title. I literally came in my office, checked the traps. I saw this and I said, we got to do it. Now, I'm going to let you know ahead of time that they have some background music in here that I'm pretty certain is copyrighted. And so therefore, so not to get a copyright strike, I had to take the music out. But I think the audio and the video are not in sync yet. And I just didn't have time to line them up perfectly. So please forgive me if there's a little bit off, if the words are a little bit not in sync. It looks like an old Kung Fu flick. Just, have mercy. I think you all will be gracious for sure. All right. So the video that dropped today is, who knows? And she says she's in her Facebook post that she's going to be dropping these all weekend. So I was clearly right about what I speculated she was going to be doing, which is dropping videos all weekend. Let me pull this in. Let's just look at it real quick and then we'll watch the video. The video is I think we've actually heard this diatribe before. So I don't know if it's super new information. And hence why I'm like, maybe we're missing it. Maybe we are missing out. So let me pull this in very quickly. If I could do this. All right. And she says here, let me make that bigger. Okay. Over the next couple of days, I will be shedding some light on the corruption by the trustees and the misleading information in Dalton. Residents, I hope y'all ready for the truth. The trustees raised your property taxes. See for yourself. Know before you vote. And that's the part that's really like, wait, why would you not? Let's just say that this is all 100% right on the money. She's right on the button, right? Right to the temple. Why would you not have dropped this back 2 months ago before early voting? Because there maybe she could have swayed some votes. But let's go. Tells you who to punch and all that kind of stuff like that. We got these wonderful hashtags. Trust God. Tiffany Henyard. I stand with Tiff. Tiff speaks. Rather, truth speaks. Please forgive me. Vote. Lead with love. Never give up. All right. And I'm just throwing out the speculation, y'all. What if she has the winning formula? What if she has the mots? What if she has what it takes? Whoa, I didn't mean to start that. What if she has what it takes to win? And maybe what you and I think she should be doing is not it. Maybe she knows better than us. I just want to throw the speculation out there. I disagree with what I just said, but I'm like, clearly this makes it. She has to have some other ulterior motive. She must know something more than we do, because this makes no sense. So let's pull this in again. The audio might be in sync. It's probably not. So let's go. She's talking about how the trustees are raising your property taxes. The mayor does not increase property taxes. Trustees vote tax raises. And this is 2027 and 2020, 2018. All right. What happened?
For anybody that's like me that grew here, you understand what it used to be, what it turned out to be, and where we are today. So today I'm going to take you down memory lane and explain to you all the nonsense that you see a couple people trying to keep up chaos in our village.
All right, the trustees want you to know about your property taxes, okay?
So in 2017, we was at $6 million, right, for levying taxes.
Okay, 2017. So that was before her. That was still Mayor Riley. Okay, yeah. Okay, just want to make sure, because it wasn't her, which I think is what she's missing. But let's go.
Look and read on that page right here. They increase your property tax by 14%. This is what you don't know, residents, 14%. So if you read and go a little further, and you'll see who voted to basically increase your property taxes. On here, you'll see Trustee Haps voted to increase your property taxes, and you'll see ex-Trustee Stubbs voted to increase your property taxes. But I wanted to give you the ordinance so you can understand who.
Okay. And again, we see here that is Riley Rogers was the mayor, and Jason House did vote for it. Stubbs did vote for it. Stubbs is no longer running. Jason House is running for mayor. To me, it seems like, again, I don't agree with it all. I don't agree with property tax raising, but is there a reason why? Was it, and you voted against it. I see Henyard right here in the nays. That's true. But what was the reason for it? And then lastly, is this really, we'd have to go back and look. This is what we're talking about by receipts, not just clipped, curated promotional videos, but actual evidence. Like say, hey, here's the link to the article. Because looking on her video, I don't see links to it. So she's not giving me, I'd have to go dig this up. And most of us are pretty, are astute and able to go dig it up. But if you wanted to call this receipts, this is not a receipt. I should be able to go, a good receipt is something that you would give me, and I can make my claim from that. So if you, for example, you give me all the documentation, I read over and say, yes, the trustees did raise the property taxes 14% under Riley Rogers, and Jason House was guilty of it. I can read that and see that. I see the notes, all the kind of stuff that you're giving me this and telling me what to believe from it. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't think that's the way to go about it. Matter of fact, I know that's not the way to go about it, but I digress. Let's continue. Let's see what else she's got to say.
Voted to increase your taxes. So when you're getting information, you will have facts to go by.
That's 2018. That's still before you. She was still a trustee.
Then we'll go to 2018. 2018, they levied $9 million. And in here, if you look, same thing, taxes, trustees raised your taxes by 14% again. And that was, again, Trustee House and Trustee Stubbs. Of course, the rest of them voted as well. Trustee Muhammad, Trustee Pearson, all of them voted, but I'm putting the two out because these are the people that's on your board now that's trying to do the spin cycle.
Let me see something real quick.
Pearson, all of them.
Okay, what does it mean to abstain? Because I see here, these ones voted for it, so they said yes. Then there was a nay, that means no. But then she abstained from it. I'm sorry. She was absent. She didn't abstain from it. She was absent from it. That's interesting. That creates a whole different, in my opinion, that create mercy, Lord. Here comes my child. That does, but she wasn't abstaining. She was actually absent. I don't have my glasses on, but it says I thought it was. So if you were really my great child, my favorite firstborn child, you would go get my glasses off the table in there and maybe wipe them off because I think they have fingerprints on them. But I'm not mean to you. You're helping me out. You're helping me, my child. So yeah, this is not the same as voting against it. This means that she chose not to vote, or in actuality, she was actually absent from the vote. I don't know if that makes her a high moral. Did you wipe them off for me, my love bug? And did the Lord lead your heart to go get me fill my cup up with some beverage of some sort? Why art thou in here harassing me? I'm trying to do work. I'm trying to do work. Why could you go forth? Go away. What? Y'all. Thank you, my love. What? Why are you doing this? Go away. Fill my cup. Yes, please. Ice water, please. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if she has this superior moral high ground that she would love to say here because she was absent. And somebody said here she didn't show up to work. Yeah, that doesn't make you moral. Oh, they had a if I don't show up to work, yeah, I don't think that makes you better than the other trustees. Now, because that doesn't guarantee, I almost want to go back and look at the other one. Let's roll back just a second to that 2017 vote right here. I don't know if that's a yay or nay too, because that doesn't make you moral. Oh, wait. Hey, look at that. She was absent there too. Yo, this is not a nay. She didn't vote against it. She wasn't standing up for the residents. She didn't come to work. She was absent. Oh no. I think I'm going to have to make a thumbnail out of that. I'm going to have to. No, you were absent, fair lady. You weren't there. That's what I'm saying. These are not good. These are not good receipts. And good gracious, the internet is undefeated. Oh my word. Oh my word. Yo, I want to tell you that my daughter is the best daughter in the world. I don't care what anybody says about you. You're splendiferous. Thank you. Now go away. Stop. Why are you doing this? Do you realize I'm like working? I'm trying to not be like Tiffany Henyard. I'm working.
Yep.
Abstain from harassing me. Be absent from my office.
No, I want to move all my stuff in here and work.
Okay, well, you sit right there and work. Just be quiet, please.
No, you singing to myself.
Goodbye. Bye, baby. Shout out to all parents that have to put up with their kids. Y'all are the real superheroes. I don't know about this super mayor thing, but super moms and super dads, y'all rock the world. Let's go. All right. So Tiffany is positioning herself as if she's some great moral being against the great and horrible horde of trustees that are raising up your taxes, but she actually didn't even show up to work. Come on, man. I'm so glad we saw that. Thank y'all so much. Okay, let's go.
Percent. So if you read and go a little further, and you'll see who voted to basically increase your property taxes. On here, you'll see trustee Haps voted to increase your property taxes, and you'll see ex-trustee Stubbs voted to increase your property taxes. But I wanted to give you the ordinance so you can understand who voted to increase your taxes. So when you're getting the information, you will have facts to go by. Then we go to 2018. 2018, they levied $9 million. And in here, if you look, same thing, taxes, trustees raised your taxes by 14% again. And that was, again, trustee
absent. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me
House
stop.
and trustee Stubbs. Of course, the rest of them voted as well. Trustee Muhammad, trustee Pearson, all of them voted. But I'm putting the two out because these are the people that's on your board now.
Okay, I might have to go back and find this actual document because I want to know what this 14% is. That would mean that they've raised your taxes, what, 42% in 3 years? That's okay.
Trying to do spin cycle to tell you the opposite. So for years, they've been raising your taxes. 2018. Now let's move on.
2019. All right, 10K.
2019,
I mean, 10
try to do
million.
the same thing. But this time, this is when everybody voted for it. So this is
Okay, so they're good now. So, okay, and we see here she voted for this property tax, but apparently this time when she voted, they're good people. Y'all stop. So they're good and moral people because they agreed with her position. Y'all, come on, stop this.
$10 million, 2019. Trustee Brown, not Brown, Stan Brown. Trustee Tammy Brown voted for this.
Mhm.
Trustee Holmes, Trustee House, Trustee Steves. Everybody voted for this, but it stayed the same. On May 2020, same difference. It stayed the exact same, 0%. It was for $10 million.
Okay.
And then if you go and you're going to read, it tells you who voted for in the lineup. Trustee Tammy Brown, Trustee House, and then Trustee Ed Steves. So now I'm going to go to May of 2021. Tax levy for $10 million. On here it says again, 0%. But when you read it, the people that voted for it, everybody voted for it. And that's what I wrote up there to raise your taxes, which was Trustee Ed Steves, Trustee Norwood, Trustee Belcher, Trustee Tammy Brown, Trustee House. Everybody voted.
Okay. Big screen for a second. If you vote to not to what is a property tax levy, and how are you raising it if you raise it 0%? I am going to matter of fact, we are going to raise the likes on this channel by 0%. That means like there's no likes. Like, what is that, raising your taxes though? Because it looks like the last 3 cycles there was 0. That's a 0% raise. You go to your boss and he says, "Congratulations, little bumblebee widget maker person. We're going to give you a raise of 0%." What does that mean? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm telling you. I think that's probably why she did this literally on Friday and Thursday going into the election. Because if she had enough time for this to sit and marinate for a month, if she had done this at the beginning of February, she would have been drugged. It should have been drugged. She just would have been drugged. So I think the reason she's doing this now is because nobody's going to sit there and take the time. Nobody's going to stop and look at this all detailed like my crazy self is doing. And I'm sure other people are going to pull up the actual documents. They're going to do the math. They're going to pull up the little bean counters and they're going to come in and say exactly what percentage it is. And I don't think that that's good. This is terrible, but it's almost done, by the way. So these are the quote unquote receipts that we've been waiting for forever.
To raise your taxes 2021. Now I give you copies of everything I got. So that way you can go home and read it and you got your evidence. So people send you stuff. That's why I try to tell residents, don't believe everything you hear. Go fact check, and that way you'll have a proof for yourself. 2022.
Hold on.
Levy taxes for you.
Wait, I just thought about this again. If she gave these out to the residents, because she says, "I gave these out to you," or "I'm giving these out to you so you can go home and fact check it so you have the evidence." And this is said in a board meeting. Why is it taking her so long to produce, quote unquote, the evidence? She's already had it. But also, yeah, that doesn't even make sense. You already had the evidence. All you had to do is say, "Hey, remember, I gave you this on this date." Or if you don't have it, you can go to the website, download it again, or whatever that nature. But she's talking as if this stuff was brand new. If she gave it out before, which I'm not saying she didn't, if she gave it out before, why did you have to produce it? You could have just said, "Man, I already gave you that." Okay.
$11 million. It said again on the surface, 0%. But again, I keep telling you, taxes go up 12.99% every year.
How? How do they go up 12.99% if they're not raising your property taxes? And now, maybe I'm missing something. If the property taxes go up and you're saying that the trustees are the ones that are the criminal masterminds of doing it, but they're voting against it. How are they going up? I don't get it. Okay, let's dig into this.
People that voted for it. Trustee House, Trustee Norwood, Trustee Ed Stevens. But guess what? Trustee Tammy Brown said no on this one time because it was election time. This is when y'all was voting for to make her a trustee. Belcher voted president. Why she
So
vote president? President go with the majority. Either yes or you know. Why you voting president? Should have just said yeah or nay like you do any other time. I want to point that out. This all the taxes are up to date, 2022.
So every time there was a tax increase, Tiffany, and as a trustee, Tiffany Henyard was not there. Every time there was a 0%, I mean like a 12, 14% tax increase, Tiffany Henyard was not there. When it was 0, she was there. I'm sorry, ma'am. This is not the receipt that you think it is. This actually makes you look really bad. They look consistent, albeit now I'm sure we could have some discussion about what it meant to raise somebody's property tax. I'm sure we can get into that. But she was the mayor when Tammy Brown voted against it. Now, she seems to know why Tammy Brown voted against it. Maybe she talked to her. I don't know. But yeah, this is not the flex that she thinks it is. Let's go.
Now the new tax levy that's being presented is the same concept. You have them. Okay. Same concept. Boy, $11 million. So it's like 0% on the surface, once again.
0%.
And this one is the one that I'm saying we don't have a vote for yet. But people have to come to the board meeting. And then if you have a difference of opinion, that's what discussion is for. And you come and you have a happy medium. Because at the end of the day, we must provide services for our residents.
Residents, follow the money. What the trustees don't want you to know is they have been raising your property taxes for years. You must follow.
Oh, okay, am I missing something now? But okay, go back real quick. 17 and 18, they did raise it. 19, 20, and 21, they did not. There was 0%. Am I missing something? Like, I mean, following this woman's logic, if they were raising it 12, 14% every year, then from 2017 to 2021, your property tax almost was 100% increased. Oh, I'm sorry. This doesn't make any sense at all. Like, 3 years, there was 0. Maybe 0 doesn't mean 0. Maybe 0 means something else. No, no, Jeff. There's music in the original video, and I'm pretty sure it's copywritten. So I had to take the music out, and I had to try to line back up the audio and the video back perfectly, and I just didn't. It's not perfect. It's my fault. And of course, you can go to her YouTube channel or whatever, watch it if you want to watch it unedited. But I'm pretty sure that's copywritten music. But she's not a content creator, so there's that problem as well. Let's finish this up. This is the last second or two left. Trustees vote tax raise. Follow the money. Okay. Facts. Trustees raise property taxes, not the mayor. I don't think that's an argument that anyone is making. Maybe somebody is, but I don't think that it's, and please let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. So please let me know if I'm missing something. Maybe I'm being uber petty and maybe I'm just like not getting it, but how did y'all feel about this? Let me finish. Let me let y'all chime in. Hold on, in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. I'm gonna let y'all chime in because I don't get this. I don't see this is not the smoking gun that I thought she was going to be dropping. I really thought she was going to be dropping like, here's some links, here's some things you can go check it out. You want me to believe that they're raising the property taxes, and that's fine. But the 2 times that you weren't there, they did raise it. We saw that. I'm going to probably go back and look it up. I'm going to probably tap Lady Luck Club and check her out. She does a great job of digging into that. But okay, that's true. They did raise it. They voted to raise it. Got you. I kind of want to know what that actual percentage, what did that mean dollar wise? I want to know what that meant, because I got a problem with the way that works, but I digress there. But the 3 other times that you were there, conveniently you were there, and you did vote for property tax increase, it was 0%. It's not like you voted to reduce it or anything of that nature. You just voted 0%, which basically means keep it the same, I guess. So I don't think that this does what she thinks it does. So in the beginning, I asked the question, maybe, just maybe, Tiffany Henyard has the mots. Maybe she understands this. Maybe she has the winning formula and we just don't get it. And we're missing it. Maybe we are. There's 537 people in this live chat right now. Maybe we're missing it. We don't get it. And she understands it completely. She's got her, she's going to educate us. I don't think that's possible, though. I don't think that's the deal at all. What you say, Mandy? What you saying?
I love how the only receipts she's dropping, it's from 2017 to 2018. What's up with that?
Well, she does 19, 20, and 21, but she's not giving you anywhere to go look at those herself. So she tells you to follow the money, but she's like, it's kind of like before Google, before in my day, before you could pull up a map on your phone, if you ask somebody to tell you how to get somewhere, you would write down like, okay, Chicago red, you say, okay, go down to this street, turn right. Okay, go down 2 miles, turn left. I got you. And I would write it down. She's just telling you this and not letting you, and not expect you to write it down. And even worse than that, she's not giving you the information, because apparently, remember, she's been producing the receipts. So she should have these links set up and be like, hey, here's the links to all of the information in this video. That would be, exactly I would be quiet after that. Here's all of the meetings. Here's all the minutes that I referenced in the video. Problem solved.
Jason, she had me laughing last night so hard that my stomach was hurting with her dropping those files down on the desk. Going, I'm dropping the receipts. You ain't dropping nothing but files. You ain't showing nothing. Just stop with yourself.
No receipts were shown. No receipts were shown. I'm like, I get that you're, and I'm thinking, okay, just, real quick, Mandy, do you feel like this is a good strategy to
failure, I think, because we are hoping beyond hope that she's actually going to show these poor people something, because they deserve something. We are cheerleading for the people of Dalton and Thornton, because we care about these people.
Absolutely.
We really do. And it's not fair to them that she keeps setting them up for failure. It's messed up. We actually care about these people. And I am Jason's cheerleader and he's their cheerleader. And it's messed up that she keeps setting them up for failure.
I agree 100%. Thank you, friend. Yeah. And like, for example, there's a question in here that a real receipt. Okay. This is, please forgive me, Telfair. I'm trying to see what that $600,000 check she signed without the clerk key and mayor pro tem was for. So if she wanted to really prove
she showed
that
it last night on her live, Jason.
Did she show the backside of it?
Yes, and then she canceled. She deleted her live. That is the check that she went into the cash checking place and cashed.
No way.
Oh,
she showed no. This is
I'm 100%. 100%.
Oh man, I'm out there. My phone, my computer on screen record all the time.
Like it upset
I would love
me
to
the point. Like I'm about to cry right now. It upset me to the point where I got in my feels. I was like, she did not do that to them people.
So what did the check? So she took a $600,000 check to the cash.
It was made out to cash for real.
No. Okay, we got to look into that. But
yeah.
Okay, I want to know. This is the one that Telfair is referencing right here is the one that Kiana Belcher called her out about.
Yeah, somebody mentioned something to you about it last night, like late last night.
What? Wait, no, I didn't know.
Or this morning, one or the other. For like 600,000 or?
No, there was it was a significant size check. My point in simply this is, let's just say that check was as dirty as today is long. Because remember, in her video, she's talking about how Jason is signing checks and blah, blah, blah. Well, why don't you show that? Why don't you show that actual check? Here is the actual check, and here's the back of the check. I think that would be, to me, I think that's what is missing. But
it was for a little over 500,000. It was like 509, 500 or 500,900 something.
That's crazy. But yeah, I don't know about that. But that's, and to go along with Terry right here, she's manipulating this to make herself look good. Yeah. And that's an understatement of the year. Like she's playing.
Got it there. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to look at that one, but yeah, I definitely have to see that one. Somebody said 591. Okay.
It was not paying a construction company. It was made out to cash. I'm sorry that it was. Okay. And she had to have another signature on it, and she had her boyfriend with her.
Oh, I might have to look at that one. We're gonna table that one because I definitely need to see that one because that would be a lot. There'd be a lot of problems with that. There's a lot of problems
with a lot of things she's done.
No.
But
oh no, there's no doubt about that at all. But I'm just saying, like, I gotta see that one. So, but okay, thank you, friend. Appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for stopping through. Yeah, I gotta see that one. However, let me do this though. In your mind, following along, especially if you're one of the undocumented Dalton and Thornton Township residents, or you're actually a Dalton or Thornton Township resident, do you believe that this is a winning strategy in your mind? The way that Tiffany's going about it, what we just watched here, this video right here, let me pull it back up just so you can see, is this a strategy that you would say, oh yeah, this is a winning strategy. This is the right way to go about proving your case and winning the vote? Would you be do you see this as being successful? See lots of no's. Heck no, all the no's. I don't think so. I'm just wondering, like, why not drop this in January? Why not? And you can't say so that they don't have time to answer. That, to me, that's a moot point. If you're telling the truth, it doesn't matter that the other person has time to lie. That's not the case. If you were telling the truth, and this is truly following the trustees, they're the ones raise your property taxes, then just drop all the receipts and say, hey, go to my website. Here's all the links. Here's the video, whatever. But all the links that are, all the documents that are in the video are outlined below. You can follow them. You can check the minutes. You can see all that kind of stuff like that. What's the purpose of doing this now and telling people to do the research if they don't have the information to actually do the research? And do you honestly expect on the Friday before the election that people are going to actually do this said research? And don't blame it on them when you've had more than enough time to give them all of the information, all of the artifacts in order for them to do this research. If you had given it to them in January, they could have done that research. If you gave it to them in early February, they could have done the research. You gave it to them last week, they could have done the research. You give it to them literally 72 hours before the election. Okay. 96 hours, maybe, I think, maybe about 96, give or take. But you got my point. That just seems a little bit, that seems problematic. Yeah, and I don't, and this is also something else. Let's look at some demographics. And I don't know them emphatically. I spoke to someone today that said, there's a lot of seniors that rock with Tiffany. Now, this person seemed extremely positive that there was a lot of people that may very well bring an upset. So I'm going to let that person have his assessment because he actually lives in Dalton, Thornton area. So he knows what he's talking about. He knows more than me because I'm just an undocumented watcher. But here's my thing. He made it sound like most of those seniors are not really engaged in social media, was his assessment. So therefore, this right here, this video, how will this video get to people that are still using flip phones? How are the people that she wants to sway going to get this information? Who is this video for? Because I don't know if this video is for the young folk in the internet generation that, have access to it, that know how to, that VCRs are not flashing, 12 o'clock. They actually know how to handle these things. I don't think that they're the ones that she gears toward. She aims toward those seniors, but those seniors, how would they access this and actually do the research and find out the stuff that Tiffany's telling them is actually true? How would they do that? I think that would be really, I'm really taken aback because I think this video is a big nothing burger. But even worse than that, I don't think that she's doing the job that she wants to do if it's showing the evidence and giving the quote unquote receipts. This is not the receipts these are not the receipts that you're looking for, as Obi-Wan Kenobi would have said. Let me look real quick. All right. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, I'm just looking to see if she dropped another aspect of this, and I don't see it. So she's going to probably, can you recap what has happened? I missed the beginning of the video. We were looking at going over, thank you, Lady Luck Club. Good to see you. We were just talking about this video here where she's talking about the trustees raising property taxes. And she's been, I feel a little less than forthcoming, if you will, maybe not as clear as she would like to come across. And the video's not long. I can go back and play it again. But we were just discussing the fact that, well, the statement that she's saying that the trustees are doing certain things, but she herself is a part of those trustees. So when the trustees voted to raise taxes, it was 14% and another 14% in 2017 and 2018. She was not there. So she was absent. It wasn't like she abstained, and she definitely didn't say no. She just was absent, period. But then when they raised taxes, allegedly, 19, 20, and 21, it was 0%. And she jumped on and said yes. Well, I don't know what 0% property tax raise means. That doesn't make sense to me. So I'm gonna roll this again, and I'll just let y'all watch it. I'm not gonna say anything. We'll just let y'all watch it. I think I've stopped enough. And I do want to say again, the audio and the mouth movements are not right in sync because I had to take the music out because there's some copyrighted music in there. I think it's copyrighted, and I don't want to find out tomorrow that it was copyrighted when YouTube hits me up. So I just took the music out. And so the audio and the mouth movements are not 100%.
For anybody that's like me that grew here, you understand what it used to be, what it turned out to be, and where we are today. So today I'm going to take you down memory lane and explain to you all the nonsense that you see a couple people trying to keep up chaos in our village. So in 2017, we was at $6 million, right, for levying taxes. If you look and read on that page right here, they increase your property tax by 14%. This is what you don't know, residents, 14%. So if you read and go a little further, and you'll see who voted to basically increase your property taxes. On here, you'll see Trustee Haps voted to increase your property taxes, and you'll see Trustee Stubbs voted to increase your property taxes. But I wanted to give you the ordinance so you can understand who voted to increase your taxes. So when you're getting information, you will have facts to go by. Then we'll go to 2018. 2018, they levied $9 million. And in here, if you look, same thing, taxes, trustees raised your taxes by 14% again. And that was, again, Trustee House and Trustee Stubbs. Of course, the rest of them voted as well. Trustee Muhammad, Trustee Pearson, all of them voted, but I'm putting the two out because these are the people that's on your board now that's trying to do spin cycle to tell you the opposite. So for years, they've been raising your taxes. 2018. Now let's move on. 2019. 2019, try to do the same thing. But this time, this is when everybody voted for it. So this is $10 million, 2019. Trustee Brown, not Brown, Stan Brown. Trustee Tammy Brown voted for this. Trustee Holmes, Trustee House, Trustee Steves. Everybody voted for this, but it stayed the same. On May 2020, same difference. It stayed the exact same, 0%. It was for $10 million. And then if you go and you're going to read, it tells you who voted for in the lineup. Trustee Tammy Brown, Trustee House, and then Trustee Ed Steves. So now I'm going to go to May of 2021. Tax levy for $10 million. On here it says again, 0%. But when you read it, the people that voted for it, everybody voted for it. And that's what I wrote up there to raise your taxes, which was Trustee Ed Steves, Trustee Norwood, Trustee Belcher, Trustee Tammy Brown, Trustee House. Everybody voted to raise your taxes 2021. And I give you copies of everything I got, so that way you can go home and read it, and you got your evidence. So people send you stuff. That's why I try to tell residents, don't believe everything you hear. Go fact check, and that way you'll have a proof yourself. 2022, levy taxes for $11 million. It said again, on the surface, 0%. But again, I keep telling you, taxes go up 4.99% every year. People that voted for it, Trustee House, Trustee Norwood, Trustee Ed Steves. But guess what? Trustee Tammy Brown said no on this one time because it was election time. This is when y'all was voting for to make her a trustee. Belcher voted president. Why did she vote president? President go with the majority. Either yes or you know. Why you vote president? Should have just said yay or nay like you do any other time. I want to point that out. This all the taxes are up to date, 2022. Now the new tax levy that's being presented is the same concept. You have that one. Okay. Same concept. For $11 million. So it says 0% on the surface, once again. And this one is the one that I'm saying we don't have a vote for yet. But people have to come to the board meeting, and then if you have a difference of opinion, that's what discussion is for, and you come and you have a happy medium. Because at the end of the day, we must provide services for our residents.
Residents, follow the money. What the trustees don't want you to know is they have been raising your property taxes for years. You must follow.
Okay, so all right, so that's it. I like this question right here. Like, but what's that got to do with the way you spending money, though? Yeah, I don't think this is. I don't think this is. Let me back up. Do you think this was a winning strategy? Something that she should drop literally 96 hours before the election? Do you think that this is going to resonate with people? I'm over here trying to do a little quick research on like how much is the property taxes in Dalton. Now, granted, I'm not trying to, flex or whatever like that, but we're talking about an increase possibly of $400 on top of if you were paying the median property tax, which is about $4,300, it would have went up to $4,900. So I'm not saying that that's good or bad, especially if you are in a financial straits. I'm not making light of that at all. But my point is that would have been, so we're talking about raising their taxes by a whole whopping, looks like five and some change. Let's say $600 for easy math. I'm not saying that that's so we're talking about $50 a month, give or take. Not saying that that's good or bad. What I am saying, however, is why are you using that as actually, I think I might have messed this up because I said in 2021. I should have said 2019 because 2021, the property tax was 0. Oh yeah, that's right. It was 0. Okay, anyway, it doesn't look like it was raised an astronomical amount is what I'm trying to say. But I really want to know, do you think that this is a winning strategy? Do you think that this is it? No, I don't think so. Somebody said a bad strategy. Yeah, especially when a third of the people have already voted. And it seems like early voting looks like it was pretty popular. I don't know. I don't know how many people they expect to vote, but it does seem like it was pretty popular. So it would surmise that a lot of people have voted early, given the fact that it's cold and everything like that. And they don't have tons of polling places, all that kind of jazz like that. This should have been done back in January. Shoot, this should have been done last year, especially if you're saying that these people had this information. This should have been up on your website. A video montage is not really what was needed. Just go to the website, pull up the information, check the stats, check the information, and make your own determination. I think this was a big fail. I'm sorry. I don't think this was successful at all. And here, I'm not saying it just because I don't want you, because I'm not on your team or anything like that. I'm saying it because this is not a winning strategy. And you know what? Here's a better one. Here's another question. Who on your team, Tiffany, is your campaign strategist? Who is telling you to do this stuff? And have you checked them for their blood alcohol levels? Have you tested them out? Have you made them do the little, field sobriety test? Who is telling you to do this? Because I've had some ideas that were fantastic in my head. They were great ideas. And I took them right out here outside my studio. And those ideas got lacerated. They got eviscerated by the 3 women in my home who love to tear apart my ideas. But who is your campaign manager? Who is it? And why are they not, I would love to, why are they not telling you to do something different? Why are they telling you to do this? Have they had success doing this before? That would be another question. Your campaign manager, Tiffany, whoever that person is, what's their body of work? What's their resume like? Who have they helped, supported, and brought successfully across a campaign? I would love to know, who are these people? Just so we know. If you tell me it was, I don't know, whomever, I think that would be really good. I think it would be really good to see who's running your show. Is it you? Maybe it's just you. You're running your own campaign, or you have a campaign manager. What was their background check? I agree. Do they have a frequent shopper card at the local liquor store? These are things that we need to know. Because this is not a strategy for success. Again, I am not a campaign strategist. I do like to play one here on YouTube. I promise you, there's no way I would have done this. Not this. You know what? Even if I dropped the same videos, I would have dropped them. Y'all would have seen these videos before Thanksgiving. And y'all would have had enough time to get all the notes, all your questions asked, all that kind of jazz like that. This is a one-way conversation that she's having where she's telling you stuff and you don't have time to ask questions, or like we just did. We rolled back the tape and we saw that you were absent from it. So how would you have voted had you been there? Because you were absent both times they raised taxes. The other times it was 0, you were conveniently there. These are questions that I would ask, and I would hope that your campaign manager would tell you, hey, this is how we're going to move. This is how we're going to move in regards to this question, because this is what you've done. It just seems really problematic. I just think that that's a very interesting strategy. I think this is not a good look. I must say it again. It's not a good look. And I don't think it's just Chicago politics. I don't think it's just Chicago politics, because the last couple of days, I've spoken to people that are involved in Chicago politics, Illinois politics, and it is different. It's a different kind of beast. I will have to say it's a different beast, but I'm pretty sure Atlanta politics is like this. I'm pretty sure other places have political undergrounds like this too. So that's not the issue. The issue is if you're connecting with your people, if you want to connect with, because at the end of the day, connecting with us, the undocumented Dalton residents, is not really the game. It's not really the aim. We're just spectators when it all comes down to it. Let's tell the truth. The real players on the field are those persons that are going to be voting and have casted their votes in Dalton and Thornton respectfully. So we're just here like speculating. We're just out here. We're sports commentators. We are long tail Monday quarterbackers, right? We're sitting here watching, speculating, and such like that. But we can see things. So we're not just like completely just absent from the Discord. We actually have observations and we can give input. So back to my point. Yeah. Back to the point. I don't think that this is connecting with the audience. And I just wonder, like, if your audience is primarily, if her base is primarily the senior citizen, how are they supposed to connect with this? Are they supposed to just take your word for it? Or are they supposed to go do that research? And how are they supposed to do said research if you're not making the research documents available for them? Because you clearly have the documents. We saw them floating across the screen and all that kind of stuff. So you could have scanned them and made them available on a Google Drive for your constituents. But you didn't do that. So how do you expect these elders, flip phones, to actually interact with this and do the research, as you said in your video, Tiffany? How do you expect them to do that research if you're not making it available to them? Because the onus is on you in this regard to give the evidence. I'm not going to expect you to go do all the research if I'm coming up with novel ideas. I'm going to give you, tell you a story. Someone asked me a time ago about my studio, the one I have here at the home, and my professional studio down the street around the corner, and asked me about all the equipment. So I made what I called a grocery list. And so I made a grocery list of all of the things that I bought for this studio right here, all the things I bought for my mobile studio, my backpack. If I want to go somewhere and interview somebody, I have a studio in my backpack, and then my professional studio over in the Marietta Square. So I made that shopping list. Now, I could have just said, hey, you buy this camera, you buy these lights, you buy this microphone, you buy this arm, blah, blah, blah. Here's a computer, blah, blah, blah. But I gave him all of the links. So he can go on, if he liked it, he can just click on the link and go to Amazon, or click on the link and go to B&H and make the selection and buy that camera or buy those lights or whatever like that. And that made sense to me. And he called me back and said, man, thank you so much. This is very helpful. And he actually bought a rig very similar to what I have here at Whitaker Park from the list that I gave him. And I wouldn't have expected him to go out there and have to dig through and find the exact arm or this cable that I use and such of that nature, and contact the guy that did the 3D printer that holds up my Stream Deck. I just gave him all the information. And so back to Tiffany, would you not, if you wanted the people to be successful? I wanted the guy to be successful in podcasting. I want everybody to be successful in podcasting. And so therefore, if I can help you, I'm going to give you as much information as I can to help you be successful. It doesn't hurt me. I want you to be successful. So if that be the case, would you not give them the information to help them be successful in that? I'm just wondering. It just makes sense. It just seems like, oh, is that what we're called? I like undocumented Dalton residents. But I mean, hey, Mike, if you hit the like button, I will let you be an honorary non-voting resident of Dalton. I have the ability to do that because I am the mayor pro tem of my house, and I can knight you or something like that, Mike. Only if you hit the like button, though. If you don't hit the like button, I got nothing for you. But if you hit the like button, you can become an honorary, what do we say? I just lost it that quickly. An honorary non-voting resident and non-tax property tax paying. Don't forget that resident of Dalton. What's going on, Lady Luck? What'd she say here? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all having a conversation. Okay, hot mustard included. Y'all wild, man. Y'all have some great conversation in here. Y'all a lot of family reunion going on in here. I love it. What does it say? Terrence, I like his name. Henyard doesn't have the intellectual horsepower to talk about anything with substance, so she resorts to smearing her colleagues. I want to see. I want to see some receipts, some real bona fide, hardcore. This is it. Here's all of my evidence and my facts. Here, Jason, you take it and you run with it. You understand it as I give it to you, rather than, hey, I'm gonna just tell you about Terrence. My middle name is Terrence, but mine is spelled with an A. So I'm going to tell you about Terrence. Terrence is a horrible person because anybody with 3 E's in their name, they can't be good people. And you're just going to take my word for it that Terrence is a bad person because he has 3 E's in his name. And I said it. No evidence, no facts, no receipts. My receipt is that I show you the fact that Terrence writes his name with 3 E's. And because he writes his name with 3 E's, anybody who writes their name with 3 E's is a horrible person. And that's it. That's it. But if they spell it with an A, man, they're the best thing ever. Where's your evidence? I'm just saying this. I'm literally just saying this. And I don't think that I don't believe this is going to be helpful at all, truth be told. I don't think this is going to help her one bit. All right. 3 E's is diabolical. Well, Chicago Red, see, you have 2 E's in your name, so you get away with it. And you have an A. You are a wonderful person. It's really that easy. Yo, what an L Boogie. L Boogie. Thank you so much for the $10 super. What she says here, I am new to your channel. I absolutely love your content and your sense of humor. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, because you sent me a super chat, you are now, not only are you an honorary Dalton non-voting documented Dalton resident, but you get a lifetime pass to the Just Ice skating rink. There you go. I'm giving them out left and right and center. Thank you so much for the $10 super. I appreciate you. Y'all shout out L Boogie in the house. No, she does not have any receipts. Shelly, we ain't got no time for receipts. We are here for videos. That's what we're here to do. And you know what? I thought about it. I thought about this. Do you remember during some of the board meetings, she would always play these video montages and everybody was like, oh, we're tired of watching these videos. Do you remember those? When it was literally stuff that she had just done. Like she would show like a video montage of the food box giveaway or video montage of her cutting down a tree or something like that. I thought that was funny. And the people's response to it was just magnificent. But that's what she's doing now. She's still doing the exact same thing, just playing videos. And they were well produced too. They weren't just like shoddy videos. So I don't know. That's a good question if you start asking about who's paying for these things. But they were not shoddy videos, but that's all they were my accomplishments, but not really any receipts. What I've done, but not really any evidence to that fact or artifacts that you can derive your own understanding from. Yeah, I'm giving out passes to the skating rink. Come on. Hit the like button. I saw that right there. Thank you as well for the very kind super sticker, Pisces. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And guess what? Your skating rink lifetime membership pass is in the mail. There you go. No, we can't. No, we're not migrants anymore. We're giving out resources here. We're giving out resources. Don't you worry about it. But I'm telling you right now, though, I am still unequivocally waiting for that video to pop, the whole rap video, because she alluded like it's a real. There's not just a 41-second clip, like it's a full video. I'm waiting for that. I'm still waiting for that. And Terrence with 3 E's. He's a terrible person because he writes his name with 3 E's. However, he's right about this topic. This is everything she's talked about before. She said this stuff before. And notice what I said. She has said these things before, not given evidence to these things before. Show us. Let us look at it ourselves. Post the minutes. Post the transcripts. Show all the levies. Post all that stuff. Those would be receipts that I think most people would probably say, okay, these are receipts. Now, whether or not we agree with the receipts, that's a whole nother game. But what we are asking for is the evidence and the artifacts to help us make this determination. As a former classroom teacher, I tell the story. I know people in education, sometimes, come around grading time, teachers might get a little creative if they haven't been on their P's and Q's. And I know a teacher that, hey, come around the end of the year or end of the quarter, end of the term, those grades might kind of balloon up. Those grades might blossom, if you will. But the students don't actually have the evidence about these grades. And so one of the problems that would happen is there's parents at home that would collect all of their kids' work that they brought home every Friday in their Friday folder, right? And so they would hold on to those spelling tests. They would hold on to those history tests and math quizzes and anything that was sent home with a grade, they would hold on to it. But then come the end of the year, when the teacher is giving grades out, and instead of there being 9 math grades, there's 13, 14 math grades. And you would have a parent come in there, never failed. She would have a parent that come in there, hey, I got all of little Johnny, little Sally, little Patty's work right here. She only had 9 math grades. Why do you have 14 in the grade book? Because it would be like an online digital grade book that parents could see. And this always hurt this person because they would do that stuff and there would be just an explosion of grades at one time. That's always a great indicator. And parents that want to pick on it like that, they would always find it out. And I'm like, I don't know why you do that. You need to give grades for the work that you're doing. Now, you can give a soft grade, you can give a soft quiz and count that and make sure that's available to the parents. Say, hey, we did a 5-question quiz in line. You can give them a grade for that and send that home, and the parent knows. But when you just pop up and just put a grade in the computer and there's no evidence, no artifacts, and you want the parent to be okay with that, and it didn't matter. The kid could be all A's. That parent would still come in there for an all A grade. Like, okay, my child has, a 96. Why don't they have a 98? It would be really that petty. So those kind of things. But again, my point in all that is giving the evidence and looking at the grades are two different things. Give me the evidence and I can determine what the grade would be. I can say, hey, okay, yeah, that grade makes sense. I can compare it to what I see in the grade book on the digital parent portal. I can compare it. But if you don't give me the evidence, you just want me to take your word for it and compare it over here, I can't do that. And that's what we're seeing here, in my opinion. All right. Lots of good conversation going on. What is going on? Just Doing Nails is in the building? How are you? I didn't see you. I apologize if I missed you. There we are. How are you, Just Doing Nails? Right. Being absent and not voting no is, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it because I've gotten lots of good feedback from my audience. So let's do this. I know Chicago's in here, Just Doing Nails. I'd love to hear your voice. Just Doing Nails. My usual suspects are in the building. Lady Luck Club is in the house. I see you as well. Why don't y'all jump on if you got a second? Let's just hear what y'all think about this hot second. People have enjoyed our conversation, so I would love to have you chap in if you have time. Just Doing Nails. Come on, Chicago. Y'all know who you are. The tried and the true. We've been rocking doing this, so hop on in. The usual suspects. Come on over here. Okay, I'm sorry. So here's the link right here. So hop on if you have a moment. If you can't, it's all good. No problems, no complaints. Oh, you doing work? Okay, work is fine. Work is good. And if not, I'll just be talking to myself. So yeah, if you just jumped in, we watched Tiffany's most recent video talking about the trustees and them raising property taxes. We had some questions. We got some hiccups, if you will, along the way, because the things that she's saying we don't see the evidence to that fact. And again, like she voted absent. She made herself sound like a superhero, like, oh, I'm voted against them. Well, ma'am, I'm sorry, you were absent. You weren't even there. But then when they were voting zero property tax, you were there. And that seems like an issue to me. I don't think that makes you necessarily a superhero when you yourself just didn't show up to work. Not showing up to work does not make you a superhero. Oh yeah, I wasn't at work today. John, I wasn't here and something popped off. So now I'm a hero. No, you weren't there. You're not the designated survivor. Let it go. So I think that was very interesting. And so that's what we were looking at. We were comparing her video to what we know and just asking the question, like, who's this audience for? Like, who's the person that this is geared toward? Hey, just doing that. She said, you were saying something about the ice rink. Okay, well, one, I have a video on my channel. I have a subscriber who lives in Dalton. He went around the skating rink and took pictures of it. So I know the skating rink is kind of in bad shape. So really, I was making fun of it and saying, hey, if you hit the like button, then you are able to become a lifetime member of the Just Ice skating rink. All season pass for the Just Ice skating rink. It was just being coy. Now, if you know more about the skating rink, let me know. Let me see. I'm also looking on her channel just to see. I don't see any other new videos or anything else popping up. So I'm going to leave that alone. The Real Truth About the Village Trustees. That was yesterday. Yeah, that was one we watched yesterday. Yeah, there's nothing new. And the information that she shared today really was not groundbreaking. It really wasn't moving the needle, so to speak, anywhere. And here we go. Okay. And you know what? I forgot about the David Seaton show. She was on the David Seaton show. I did forget about that. And I think the reason most of us forgot about her on the David Seaton show is because that was an interview that she didn't do well on. David Seaton actually did have his receipts. That was a really good conversation. And he seemed like he knew what he was talking about. So she did not look well when she got, when David was interviewing Stephanie and was it Kiana? I think it was Stephanie and Kiana. He had his receipts and stuff like that. And it really made the contrast between David Seaton and Cleopatra really shine. But because we were joking about how WVON looked terrible. And then we were like, oh, David Seaton restored our faith in WVON. So, okay. I'm looking here. I see that he's online right now. But let me see. I think that's about it. Okay. I love it. All right, let's see what we got. Over here, David is your boy, Chicago Red. I love it. It's Steve is in Dalton's. Wait. Oh, that's who's on there? Oh, say less then. Let's go. Let's see. Hold on a second.
I think this weekend. What?
Yes, sir.
People need to show up and vote. What do they need to do after? There's been a lot of citizenry activism around this ignominious administration of Tiffany Henyard.
Wow,
what do people need to do after they vote her out to make sure that the next mayor doesn't do anything similar to what we've experienced under her?
Let me pull this up.
The big thing that people
in the chat
have to do. God blesses us to win this election. You got to hold us against any question, to answer any question. And there's nothing, you shouldn't be hiding FOIA requests. You shouldn't be hiding documents. You shouldn't be hiding the spending. So once we're open and transparent with the residents and the voters and the taxpayers, the government, the elected officials, and the citizens, but right now the Trump ain't been hiding her spending for the last three and a half years.
Let me ask you this.
Have to stay involved.
Sure. Let me ask you this, because you're part of a group, the Clean House Slate.
Yes, sir.
And I've asked this question before. So, do the trustees need to implement some new local ordinances in the village of Dalton so that a future would be allegedly and allegedly a future mayor who was accused of the malfeasance that Tiffany Henyard has been accused. Do the trustees need to put some more guardrails around the mayor?
Here's what happened. There's laws already in place to stop this from happening. If you listen to Lori Lightfoot report, there's a certain amount that she can't spend without board approval. What she was doing is that breaking the laws, not following the ordinance, and then hiding the spending, and anybody turned over the spending got fired. So she was making examples out of people, make people fear for their jobs so they wouldn't turn over the records. The ordinances are in place. They just weren't being followed. And then we went just recently, the court's been holding her responsible. That's why she's losing so much in court. We went to court, and the courts kept on pushing it down the line, kicking it down the line. Oh, let's get another continuous. Let's continue. We were in court trying to stop all this spending, force over the turnover of the records, but the court never hold her responsible. So the laws are already there. It's just you have to have somebody that's going to follow the laws. And she was so bogus and so bold with her not willing to follow the law, and then publicly will say, I followed everything. You remember that Roland Martin interview when she said, I'm 28-0, and they got all the records.
She
was just lying through her teeth.
That interview with Roland Martin was pathetic.
Yeah,
I lost
pathetic. And she said she didn't have a cancer foundation, but it clearly she had it. So somebody who was that bold, it's not an average person that's going to really lie like she does, and then lie about stuff that you can look up and be like, oh, she lied about that. Like, remember she was on WGN and asked her, how much do you make? They said, I don't make 300. You make almost 300,000. I don't know where we got them number from. And it was public record.
Public.
So stuff like public record.
As we're drawing to a close, I just have to say this because I've been following the Tiffany Henyard story for some time. I posted about it on my YouTube channel. Do you think Tiffany Henyard is this ignorant and unintelligent, or do you think that she's purposely prevaricating, hoping that citizens won't verify the information that she's providing?
That you said, you could have said it better. She's hoping, she's preying on the low information voter.
Yes.
That everybody's lying on me. Oh, I'm a victim. They picking on the black woman. She pulls the black woman card. She pulls the gender card. She pulls the youth card. She pulls every card except the accountability card.
That's a big one in the Chicagoland area for mayors, is to drop the race card when they don't have anything else to say, because they think, and again, to the people who are out there who are residents of Dalton, when you hear Tiffany Henyard drop the race card, she does that because she thinks that will galvanize your support. But that's why I asked the question because we're at the end of the half hour. Is being black, is being young, female, and black, because here's the other thing people forget. It was COVID, but we also had the Me Too movement going on when she was running. Yeah. So people voted for her because she was young, because she was black, because she was female. And as it turns out, she was completely unprepared for this position. Do voters need to do a better job of vetting the people for whom they vote?
Yes, very much so. And sometimes out in the south suburbs, or even voting locally, you vote on who I know. If you stop past my house, if you knocked on my door, we vote on that. And she was good at schmoozing people and being real friendly and bubbly. And then even then, when she ran, it was her ticket that got her over. It was the solidarity that she had, or the credibility she gained from her ticket. It wasn't on her, but that's why we were able to do a recall a year later, and we won the recall, but the vote convincingly. So yeah, people got to vet more. People got to get to know their elected officials, and you got to ask the hard questions. If they can't answer the hard questions and give you an answer, a straight answer, and they keep blowing you off, oh, talk to this person, talk to that person, and everybody starts saying you're lying. Everybody can't be lying on you. Yeah. Every board that she's over, from township to the Dalton, is the same problem.
And I really appreciate you coming back. When is actual election day? I know early voting started on February 11th. When is actual election day?
February 25th.
February 25th. Tuesday. So we will know next week whether or not Tiffany Henyard is going to get a second administration. Okay. People, listen to me. Vote Tiffany Henyard out of office in the village of Dalton, and I hope she is held accountable for everything for which she has been accused, if she's guilty. Thanks a lot, Ed. Yes. Good luck on your. Hey, come back. Let's have another conversation after the election. I want to
Yes,
celebrate
sir.
with you.
Thank you so much,
I'm
brother.
predicting she's going to lose, and I want to celebrate with you.
All right, yes, sir, man. Clean House 2025.
Thank you very much, sir. Hey, everybody, don't go anywhere. We're going to move on from this conversation. For all of you who are listening out there and who are on Facebook, do me a favor, share the show with someone whom you know who is from the village of Dalton, who's interested in seeing the downfall of Tiffany Henyard. We're going to check in with Logan. Don't go anywhere. We're coming up next with Professor Rowan, and we're going to be talking about Doge. Who's really in charge of Doge, everybody? You listen.
Sorry about that, y'all. Yo, that was that was good. I like David Seaton, and I just talked about him. I'm glad that hey, by the way, Stephanie Wiedemann is in the building. Lady Wiedemann is in the house. Thank you so much for stopping through, and thank you very much for telling us about this. That was a great interview. I like Ed Steve. I think he's a smart guy. He's definitely entertaining. I like talking to people that are animated and have a good whereabout themselves. So I really like him. And so thank you so much, Stephanie, for telling me about that. Okay, it's not allowing me to rewind this. I got to find out why it won't let me rewind this. I know I started late, but good gracious, man, let me back up. Come on. I want to go back and let's run the tape. Run the tape. Okay, they don't let you run this back. That's crazy. It might be me, my flip phone. Let me see real quick. Because I want to go back and catch all of it. It looks like he was on there for about 40 minutes, and I think we caught about 20 or about 18, give or take.
News Weekly, I have a column there every once a week under the Book of David. I'm going to be writing about.
Yeah, it doesn't let me back up, though. Why will it not allow me to rewind the tape? Okay, I'll figure it out. But, yo, thank you so much for stopping through, for sure. Feed the people. Yeah, David is actually really good. I have to admit, I like him. He is a good interviewer, and he's had good people. It's on Facebook. I'm looking at it, but it won't allow me to back up. It's like it's only allowing me to go forward in the it's only allowing me to stay present. I can pause it. It won't allow me to back it up.
About Tiffany Henyard, I think, this weekend. What?
Yes, sir.
People need to show up and vote. What do they need to do after they vote? I think that's the piece that's missing, is that people think, oh, I'll just vote, put this person in,
I think I know what
and then they're going to go do their job. There's been a lot of citizenry activism around this ignominious administration of Tiffany Henyard.
Widespread quarters of American society. And Israel's military says one of the 4 bodies handed over by Hamas Thursday.
Okay, for some reason or another, it will not allow me to back up. Click to expand.
But forensic experts say it is not her. The Israel Defense Forces called it.
All right, I'm going to have to go back, and I'll have to do it afterwards. I'm sorry, I missed the info about the check. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till after this video is over, I guess, because it will not allow me to back up on it. So I can yeah, it won't let me do it. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. What's up, buddy?
You see my party outfit?
Oh, that's very cute. What time is the party?
It's at 5:30, but I need to. Do you know if we have any gift bags?
Look in your mom's office in the door, in the closet. Okay. Is there any in there?
I just looked there and I didn't see any.
I mean, I'm sure there's a gift bag somewhere that you can just repurpose. Make it happen, Captain. Okay. Lots of good conversation. What's going on, Crush? Good to see you. Grace and peace to you as well. I'm not understanding the point. Okay. Okay. I see a lot of good conversation about the whole tax up and down. And yeah, I agree. Like, if she knows that they were going to vote on taxes and she decided not to come, she wasn't absent. She was absent. That does not make you noble. It doesn't make you better than other people. That you just didn't come to work. Not come to work is not the same thing. It is not allowing me to. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to figure out why Facebook doesn't allow you to roll back a video so you can start from the beginning. I can't. It won't let me start from the beginning. All right, so I might have to come back and do this once it's over with, I guess, because let's try it like this.
When she found out about his death.
10 minutes later, I got a text. The Trailblazers, who are
Yeah, it's not letting me do it. And they don't have a YouTube channel. WVON doesn't have a YouTube channel. Let me see. Oh, so yeah, see the conversation. They have it after the fact. So when they get done, they load it up, but they don't have something that they do live. It looks like. Okay. All right, we'll get it together. Okay, I apologize about that. I'm looking to see if I can get that David Seaton interview, because it looked like a great interview with Ed Steve, and what the bit that we heard was excellent. But oh wait, what does it say? I just gave David C your email. He wants to chat with some content creators. Okay, hey, say less. Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd have a great time. Yeah. Let me check my email. Look, hey, let's make it happen, Captain. Let's make it happen. And I think Ms. Strzok has a great point here. The people want the receipts on everything she spent. They're missing hundreds of receipts. She's just showing this that is shown 2 years ago. And also, I want to say, also showing things that make her look good. So she's not showing you the spelling test where she got a 43 on it. She's not showing you the math test that she fell asleep on and didn't know any of the answers. She's not showing you that. She's only showing you the things that she's got hundreds on, or that she's done well on, and such like that. It's kind of like, hey, and during the championship season, you only celebrate the wins. You don't look at the losses. That's where you learn from. And people want to see, like, well, where's that stuff that, hey, okay, yeah. You're the 40-point game. But what about that game that you skunked? What about that one? We want to talk about that game as well. And she's not showing you that stuff. She's only showing you the things that she can say, hey, this makes me look really good. This makes Jason House look really bad. Therefore, it's good. We can roll. And like a lot of people are saying, like, where about all this other stuff? Can you get the end of the one that he had, Belcher and Brittany, his description of the hair? Oh my gosh, what did he say again? All right, I'll go back. We give the people what they ask for here at DWC. All right. All right, let's pull this in. I don't remember what he said, Kristen. Do you remember? You said it's toward the end of it? All right, so that means, well, first it means bring it in, Jason. That's what that means. Bang. All right. Okay. I don't remember what he said. You said toward the end? All right, so let's go right here. Is this the end of it? Would this be the end? This is on Unhinged Radio. This is her interview. I mean, her rendition of it. Let's see if I got it right.
The residents of Dalton have been far more impacted negatively by Mayor Tiffany Henyard than any president. Please believe me, and that goes for the residents of the village of Thornton as well. Ladies, I see Dr. Nikita is back on the line, so I'm going to let both of you go. I'm going to reach out to both of you also before when early voting starts around February 10th. And because I want to do everything I can to use my platform to prevent Mayor Tiffany Henyard from getting voted back in as mayor, and I want to do everything I can to help both of you and continue, help you bolster your success as well. So thank you both for coming on today. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you both. We will talk again soon.
Okay. All right. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right. Let me pick up Nikita. Dr. Nikita, are you there?
I am here. Wow, that was an amazing conversation.
Oh, I thought you were calling back with some more tea or so, some more breaking news.
No, every time we talk, I got the tea, but no.
I know that's your word. That's what I don't want nobody to think I'm stealing somebody else's phrase. But I know that's your go-to. So no, I appreciate you again. I appreciate you coming on. I really appreciate you bringing on Tiffany and hearing the story of she and her husband, of her and her husband opening up that St. Patrick's. Somebody put earlier in the chat that they were going to fly back into Dalton to go to that restaurant. So
and listen, you will not be disappointed. I had an opportunity to taste some of the food.
Okay.
And it was a sneak preview because they're not open yet. But when I tell you their food is good, food is good. The seasoned, yes.
Let's do this, Dr. Nikita. I just told both of the trustees early voting starts on February 10th for the Village of Dalton, and then they're going to be voting for the village supervisor. That's going to be in April. Let's make sure we get back together, and I want to do everything that I can to make sure Tiffany Henyard does not get reelected in village. I think you agree with that.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get it done.
I will be in touch.
All right. Thank you, David.
Have
a great one, guys.
Thank you. Have a great night. I'm just going to pick up one of these calls because we're down to our we're down to our last 90 seconds. So do me a favor. Everybody in the Facebook chat, I appreciate you sounding off. I appreciate you participating in the conversation. I appreciate the people from overseas in the UK who chimed in and who are listening to the show tonight. Again,
all right. So
this interview was for the people, the residents of Dalton.
So this is the David Seaton interview. I don't know exactly where you were saying. Somebody said that there was something really great at the end of it, and I don't really know exactly where it is. So I'm going to drop the link because I reviewed this interview when David Seaton interviewed Kiana Belcher and Brittany Norwood. So you said keep going. Okay, keep going.
And for the residents of Thornton Township, the most important politics in your life is local, and we have to. This is the age of information. There's no excuse for you not to have the information to be able to make the best choice about the people whom you are going to elect to represent you. And I think it is incontrovertible. It is undeniable that Mayor Tiffany Henyard, in the last almost 4 years of her administration, that she has been nothing short of a disaster for both the residents of Dalton and the residents of Thornton Township. So as we close in our last 20 seconds, you can do me a favor. You can follow the David Seaton Show on Facebook. You can follow the David Seaton Show on Instagram. But most importantly, you can follow the David Seaton Show on YouTube. Go there. Like I said, I've got something on Tiffany Henyard. I've got a bunch of stuff on Brandon Johnson talking about various issues. And that's where we're going to continue to cultivate this community. I thank everybody for joining the show today. Hey, Chicago, let's get a weekend on the books where no black person shoots and kills another black person. Let's get this done in January, this second to last weekend in 2025 in January. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. The coldest show is my man in.
Right. So that was the David Seaton Show. Shout out to David Seaton Show. I appreciate that. I did drop the link to the full video so you can see it right here. And check it out. Let me know what y'all think about it. This was the interview between him and Kiana Belcher and Brittany Norwood. I'm glad that y'all liked it. It must have been at the end of the signing off with Belcher. Okay, let me, I want to find it, but I don't want to keep hopping around the video and make it, because what ends up happening is you hop around the video and then you hear parts and you want to hear that full thing. So I just dropped the link, and Kristen, if you run across it and you find it on this video here, just send me the link and we'll go over it. And you're like, hey, this is the part that I was talking about. I'll make a short out of it or something of that nature. Let me see what I got. Lots of good family reunion, lots of good conversation going on. Yeah. Nobody and to Brian's part right here, she doesn't show. You can say that trustees are grimy. Go ahead and say that. But instead of just saying it, we want you to give us the evidence so that we can come to that same conclusion. It's very, very easy if what you're saying is right, if what you're saying is true, that if I look at the data, if Kristen looks at the data, if Brian looks at it, if people look at it, they should all come to the same conclusion. When you say stuff like follow the money, you're assuming that when I follow the money, I will come to the same conclusion that you have, that these people are being funded by whatever, by, the Intergalactic Bad People Association or whatever. But you're not showing me anything. You're just telling me things. And this is a problem that we see a lot of times where you hear this even actually in colleges now, that they're not really teaching children how to think critically. They're teaching them what to think, forgive me. They're teaching them what to think rather than to take information, take data, be able to synthesize it and come up with their own conclusion, whether it be right or left or indifferent. But now they're saying, hey, no, we want you to think this way. And to this point right here, those are not receipts. They're not receipts, as Vicky said. And so if you just hopped in, there's 600 people in the chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all rocking with me, especially since I just kind of hopped in and didn't give you a thumbnail ahead of time. But we looked at Tiffany's most recent video where she says that the trustees are the ones that are raising your property taxes. We ask, I think, some really good questions about this scenario and whether or not it really squares up. And I'm feeling like it didn't square up, one, but I also think it's a little bit too little too late. And if you wanted us to believe this, if you wanted us to come to the same conclusion, you should have given us back in January. You should have given them this back last year. You should have been and made available those notes and made available to them the links so they can go back and look at the minutes. They can go back and look at the records. They can go back and look at the ordinances that are being proposed and say, yeah, no, that makes no sense. The dollar house thing that she talked about on her Facebook Live, right? Like, explain that to us, break it down to us and give us the information so we can actually look at it and come to the same conclusion that you have. So it's going to be a great weekend. She's already said that she's going to be dropping these all weekend. So
No,
holla, homie, did you get a gift bag?
I'm just putting it in the bag we bought it in, and I'll just get a card.
I think she'll be okay. Where are you going to?
Maggiano's, the one by Cumberland.
Okay, travel well. Bring me a Maggiano salad back. You got money? Of course you don't have money.
You really want something like that back?
I wouldn't. Well, I mean, when you come back, if the Lord leads your heart to bless your dad, because he's over here talking. If I want to send you money for it, or you just get it because you love me. Didn't you get paid yesterday?
I did, but you noticed
Goodbye.
how you didn't have to buy that dress that I asked for?
Oh my word! Oh my gosh!
Myself.
Oh my gosh! I'm so proud
If
of you.
you think that my dad should send me money to get him a salad,
No.
drop a
I'm a mute.
drop a leaf, a leaf in the chat.
There's a salad emoji in here. I think.
There is.
I think so.
Drop a salad emoji.
Put a salad emoji in the
A
chat.
salad emoji on.
Why are you here? Bye, baby. Get out of here.
Just saying hello.
You're harassing me. Toodles. Bye, baby. Travel well.
Oh my gosh, is that a salad emoji?
There it is, right there. There's a salad emoji. Oh, those are leaves. Sorry, those are leaves. But I mean, kind of like sort of the same. Oh, there it is. There's a salad emoji. See, they want you to feed your dad.
183 viewers. That's pretty fire, if you ask me.
Well, I'm glad that you approve, my love. I'll give you a high five.
Bye, Ducky. I love you.
Bye, baby. Travel well. All right, y'all. That's President Firstborn. She's going to one of her, I forgot which one it is, but one of her little friends' birthday is today at a restaurant down the street. They're having a birthday party for her. So thank y'all so much. But y'all do realize that I now have to fund my salad. My child is not getting my salad for me. That makes me sad. Chris, you're asking a question, Chris, that I think you can't be asking these logical questions, Chris. These are some very logical, reasonable, smart questions that you can't be asking these questions. You can't. You just can't be doing that. I mean, nowhere else can you get away with that, though. Nowhere else can you get away with that. Nowhere else. But I think you're right, though. He says, why would any municipality let you spend $5,000 without oversight? I think $5,000 is too much, truth be told. But I mean, if that's the limit that they set, that's the limit that they set. And I think that's the issue. Like, I agree with you 100%. Like, no, you can't go over $5,000. That's just reasonable. And no, you can't take out a credit card. No, you can't take out a home equity loan, a signature loan. No, you can't do that. It's $5,000 only, and we have to approve every dollar. I mean, it's really that easy. But I don't even go to her page, Stray. I don't even mess with it. I'll be honest with you. Y'all don't see me on there very much. I mean, you won't see me out there much. No, I don't even mess with it. Yeah, I think that would be my limit, Lola Smith. I think $2,500. I mean, I can't think of, but I've not been in local government. I have not been in a situation like that, so I can't imagine. I might say 2,500, but then I can see very clearly why a $5,000 limit comes up. But no matter what, if the limit, whatever the limit is, I need to follow that instruction. So if the limit is $2,500, and I got a $2,800 bill on my desk, I need to go through the proper steps in order to get this bill paid or get it to the people that pay it. Because even then, I'm wondering, like, if it's a vendor, doesn't that go through a certain chain of command? So what am I, as the mayor, buying that needs a $2,500 or $5,000 limit? Like, I don't know what it would be. So, I mean, dealing with her should be $100. Y'all wild, man. Y'all ain't gonna even give her, y'all not gonna, look, he said $5. Man, she can't even get a drink from Starbucks, man. She got to have a whole board meeting to get a caramel macchiato with whipped cream. I mean, come on, man. You can't even get the $1 Happy Meal with that. Y'all got to at least let the girl get the $1 Happy Meal. She can't even. Y'all are vicious, man. Y'all are vicious. At least let the woman let her get, a drink from Starbucks and a sandwich or something. Come on now. Not even penny candy, man. Okay, well, I know y'all will make some very serious trustees. I like it. In my humble opinion. I agree with you, status quo, in your humble opinion. Should have had Trina give me some more drink. That's what I should have did. Can't trust you to buy penny candy. That might show up in our video montage as well. Yeah, she shouldn't actually be spending money on fast food, village money or township money on fast food. So there's that too. So, all right. Good Burger back open. Oh no. Let's book Sippy Burgers with special sauce. Now I'm gonna actually pass on that. Yeah, Lady Luck, you wild, friend. Okay. So I'm gonna try to secure this video interview of David Seaton and go over it with y'all. I think that'll be fun. And it won't even let me download it now, man. I'm trying to figure out how to download it so I can at least snag it up, but it won't let me do it. So I'm sure once they go off live, maybe it'll become available to snag, but it won't let me snag it. So it is what it is. But hopefully, hey, who knows? Maybe David Seaton, apparently he wanted to talk with us. Maybe we can talk with him. That'd be something fun. And we will see for sure. Sorry about that. All right. So good people. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with me. Did I see the comment earlier for what Mandy said? Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up with that. Yes, Lady Luck Club. It's very possible. But I'm gonna end with this. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. I appreciate you. No, they better not. They better not hire her part-time or anytime. No, we don't need that. Y'all don't need that, trustees. or new mayor. We don't need it. But everybody, I want to say thank you so much for rocking with me. Thank you for jumping in. I probably will not jump back on tonight unless your girl drops another video. My promise has been, as soon as she drops a video, I'm going to pop on. So I'm going to cause havoc all weekend. So if she pops a video up at 10 o'clock at night, I'm going to be here. I might not turn my camera on, but I'll be here. So I just think this is good for us to jump in here and have these conversations. I love chatting with y'all about it and listening to what you all think. So for sure. But I want to say thanks again to all of the wonderful, fantastic, very gracious, kind super chats and stickers. Thank you to L Boogie. Thank you to Pisces for sure. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I want to say thank you to everybody who's jumped in the chat. Like I said before, is almost 600 people in here, and you all make this channel great. So you all make the live chat the best live chat on the internet. So I really appreciate that. And if you agree with this being the best live chat on the internet, hit that like button. I want to say thanks so much. I will be, as soon as I get an opportunity, I will check and see. Let me just do it real quick while I'm talking. Let me just check. Let's make sure. All right. Tiff has not dropped any new video besides the one that she just dropped. The trustees are raising the property taxes. And to somebody's point, I do think I've seen this before. So I don't think this is new information. But we will, if she drop another one, we'll be back. I'll make sure I leave the lights on for sure. And I'll try to get a thumbnail up before I do that. But everybody, I want to say thank you so much for rocking with me. I appreciate it. Thank you for being a part of the best live chat on the internet. I'm looking forward to seeing you all real soon. So until then, everybody, grace and peace. Take care. See you soon.